Lately, my timeline has been completely taken over by K-pop Demon Hunters. It's people dancing to the songs, people breaking down the lore behind certain elements, people cosplaying the characters, crocheting the tiger. This movie seemed to have consumed the entirety of the internet, so of course I finally sat down and watched it. And you know what? It's alright. Don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just think it might have been a little overhyped. Alright, let's set the stage. For people who might have lived under a rock for the past couple of weeks, what is K-pop Demon Hunters? K-pop Demon Hunters is an animated film on Netflix that tells the story of the K-pop group Huntrix. Huntrix is the biggest band on the planet, but they don't just make killer pop songs, they've also been charged with keeping the world safe from demons. Huntrix are the latest in a long line of girl groups who through history have been maintaining a magical barrier called the Hun that keeps the demons at bay. They do this by using their voices and connecting with the audience, and now they are close to sealing the barrier for good by turning the Hun gold. Meanwhile, the demons come up with a devious plan to make a boy band to rival Huntrix and to turn the fans against them, and so they create the Saja Boys. This, of course, becomes a problem for Huntrix and specifically Rumi, who turns out to be part demon. And as such, she is very keen on closing the barrier as fast as possible in order to distance herself from that part of her. We also learn that one of the guys from the demon boy band, Jinu, might actually be an okay guy, and he and Ruby start to develop a bit of a relationship. Now, I'm not gonna give you much more of the story now. You should honestly just go watch it because it is a good film. But I do think that the sheer amount of praise that this movie has gotten online and the many people who have recommended it had made me think that it was going to be something that it simply isn't. The story is pretty generic. I've seen multiple videos of people comparing this to other films, and about 10 minutes into the film, you're going to have a pretty good guess as to how it's gonna end. The whole thing with Rumi hiding the fact that she's part demon from her friends, only for them to find out at the least convenient time and place, is something we see over and over again. I think I might have expected something a bit more complex, but it very much felt like a movie that was made for an audience of primarily kids. And again, that is not a critique or a problem even. I mean, the movie is called K-pop Demon Hunters. It's not that deep, but I would have liked to have gotten a bit more of the story of Rumi's parents and the fact that she is part demon. We learn in the film through both her and Jinu that demons aren't necessarily evil, but if that's the case, then do we still need to have the Hun to keep them away? Could humans and demons possibly live alongside each other? That's something I would have loved to have gotten more of, but it felt like they barely scratched the surface on it. With that said, the story probably isn't what most people are watching the movie for. No, because it is, of course, a musical, and it has some of the catchiest bangers of any movie I've seen in a long time. The soundtrack has been dominating the Spotify charts. It currently has multiple songs in the top 10. Huntrix and the Saja Boys are currently competing to be the biggest K-pop band in the world. It's crazy. These are fictional bands that are beating out Blackpink and BTS. How is that even possible? Well, I know how. The songs are really good, but still, I think if I had to choose, I'd probably say that How It's Done is my favorite song. Golden is great as well, and Soda Pop is catchy as all hell, but I just feel like how it's done is more my kind of song, you know? But while the songs are probably what most people are gonna have on their mind when they leave the movie, for me, what really blew me away was the animation. It's so good. It's colorful, it's full of energy, it has a very clear identity. It has a little bit of a stop motion feel to it, which is really fun. But of course, it also draws a lot of inspiration from anime. And I love the way that they've managed to translate a lot of these anime-like animation principles and styles, which you traditionally only see in 2D animation, into a 3D computer animation. The moment with the doctor where his eyes pop out of his head was simultaneously the most frightening thing in the movie, but also hilarious. That's the kind of thing you see in a lot of anime shows, but almost never in 3D animation, but they actually made it work so well. Now, this film is made by the same studio that made the Spider-Verse films, and while I don't think that K-Pop Demon Hunters actually looks like Into the Spider-Verse, I do think that you can see that a lot of the same attention to detail and love of animation as a medium has gone into it. Both Spider-Verse and K-Pop Demon Hunters are so playful, and they really utilize the power of animation to its full potential. There's also just so many little physical gags and jokes that are only possible because it's an animated film. There is one other series that K-Pop Demon Hunters reminded me of from the first time I saw the trailer, and that's Totally Spies. And listen, they are not the same, but they do have some similarities. Both feature 3 girls who like to do girly stuff and who like cute boys, but also have to be complete badasses and save the world. And both have an anime feel and aesthetic, even though neither are made in Japan. I think it works really well in both cases, but I do think that K-Pop Demon Hunters takes it to a new level. So, to circle back, K-Pop Demon Hunters is a good film. It is not, however, the greatest film ever made. The story is kinda mid and probably mostly written for a younger audience, but the songs and the animation is world class and amongst the best I've experienced in a while. The movie isn't perfect, but it doesn't have to be. I think the reason why this movie has taken over the internet is because it is exactly what we all need right now. With everything going on in the world, we need some kind of escapism. We need something fun and something that people have clearly put a lot of love and attention into. We need joy and optimism and hope and some killer songs, and K-Pop Demon Hunters gives us exactly that. It's just nice to have something to think about and to talk with your friends about, which ultimately doesn't really matter. So there you have it. That is my take on the popularity of K-Pop Demon Hunters. Apparently there are already talks about multiple sequels, so maybe some of my wants from the story and lore can be met in those. But for now, I would love to hear what you guys think. Have you watched K-Pop Demon Hunters? And if so, what was your favorite song? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want more videos from me. But with that said, that's pretty much all I had for you today. My name is Riise. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care and so long.